Welcome to the Eutaw Street Banter podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of 2026 here on the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. I'm Cody, and with me, like always, is Elijah. What's up, man?
I'm doing good.
I said like always, but you haven't been here in a while.
It's been a few months, you know?
I really was hoping that while you were in Spain, you've been gone for a while, that we would be able to survive without you, but apparently not, because I was really rough on kind of staying consistent, only because mainly the Orioles struggled at the end of 2025. They struggled.
I don't blame you. They did. You fell apart just like they did.
Yeah, I mean, the one good thing is we did have a show a few weeks ago about the Pete Alonso signing.
Yes.
So we were able to get on
news.
That. So that was pretty exciting.
I'll never forget where I was. I was walking back to the Metro from one of my last classes before the end of the semester. And I look at my phone and I see a missed call and text from Cody. I'm like, why is Cody trying to call me? And then I swipe a little bit further on my phone and see Orioles signed Pete Alonso. I was like,
right.
Well, that explains why Cody was calling me.
I couldn't believe it. I mean, we just don't usually do that sort of thing. That was
very surprising.
Yeah, so if you need
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, if you need a whole rundown on that signing, definitely go back to our last podcast from a few weeks ago. Pete Alonso's on the album cover, or on the podcast cover of that show. So if you want to kind of figured out, me and Greg took a deep dive there and discussed that. But let's get into this podcast here of our, this is our first podcast of 2026.
Bringing in the new year.
Yeah, we got some fun things coming. I mean, I want to ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
I'm going to jump off of our scheduled show here. I have a question I've been thinking about.
Okay.
This is a question. If you guys know this answer, put it in the comments. We're all here. This is a safe place. We're not going to judge you by your answer. I'm just curious. When is too late to take down your Christmas tree?
When is too late to take down your Christmas tree? I will say, you know what? We'll do January 3rd.
January 3rd.
And I'm giving you a lot of leeway. I want to say January 1st. I think by New Year's you should have it down. But I know, around New Year's you can get busy. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, you can be busy. You're not working. Understand it. So January 2nd, January 3rd. I think by then there's no excuse to have it down.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So just to give you a heads up, our family puts up thousands of Christmas lights outside, especially.
Mainly him.
Yeah. And so we're pretty big Christmas. I think, I will say we're usually pretty quick at taking them down. People judge us, but they don't turn on until Black Friday.
Yeah.
But people judge me especially because I start the day after Halloween because it takes so long to put them up. Okay. But I think you're going to be judged and everybody's going to think you're super early. Because I'm still seeing people with Christmas lights up now.
I think that's ridiculous.
Okay. I will say too late. Too late is Martin Luther King Day. I know it's very late. I know, but
I don't see how you can't have it more than if you're 2 weeks removed from Christmas. That's too late. It's the same way. Okay, if you saw someone with Halloween decorations up by Thanksgiving, is that not too late for them to have it up?
I don't know.
Just because it's Christmas, we can't be looking at it.
Yeah, but I will say I think it is funny how there's a huge argument about when to put Christmas stuff up.
Yeah.
But there's no argument for the people that it's February 1st.
If you still have it by the end of January, you might as well keep it up till next year.
Right.
At that point, that's going to become your Valentine's Day lights, then your Easter lights, then your Memorial Day, 4th of July, and just carry it over into next year.
All right. So like I said, if let us know what you think, and we'll see if we're crazy. All right. If you would, we'll put you right back into your spot. All right, see if you shake off the rust.
Yeah.
Let's do this weekend baseball, the non-Orioles news, and maybe if you have any trivia. I don't know if you have trivia today.
Don't have any.
Okay. Luckily, I got my question in.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
All right, I'll let you go.
So, really, the most important move that's happened, and the most important thing in baseball that's happened recently is the Edward Cabrera trade. He moved from the Marlins to the Cubs. The Cubs gave up a couple different prospects, including their number one overall prospect, Owen Casey. Casey. He looks like he's going to be pretty good. The Marlins, they'll be able to hit.
Yeah.
Now, pitching, they'll not pitch, but they can hit. They'll be fun. It's a good move for the Cubs. I think this makes me wonder, Could the Orioles have gotten Edward Cabrera instead of Shane Bass? But, I wouldn't harp on that. Shane Bass, I think, is going to be okay. But Edward Cabrera is going to be good for the Cubs. Their rotation is going to be really good this year. And, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the Orioles could have done this move.
Yeah, the only problem I have is, so we just traded away Grayson Rodriguez, and I feel like Edward Cabrera is a lot like Grayson, where
except this is the one difference. So Cody has a stat page pulled up. Do you see how many career innings he has?
Yeah, right. A lot.
He
more.
has like 4 times.
The only difference is he's yet to make it through a whole season without being on the injury list.
Yeah, that's true.
So but anyway, but you're right. I mean he went 8-7 last year. Obviously, you don't care about that, but the 3.5 is amazing.
8-7 is honestly impressive for the Marlins, saying they're below 500.
So I will say, I think the one thing is I think 8 years from now the Orioles gave up more. I think for 2 years from now the Cubs gave up more.
Yeah,
because I think what's his name? What did you say?
Owen Casey.
He's ready.
He's starting outfield.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
So when the Orioles made the trade with the Rays, I just think. We're helping their farm system.
Slater, DeBrun, and all of the prospects, they didn't fit our timeline.
No, and I mean that's the part where I'm just trying to make it so my mindset's correct. We're trading prospects because we're ready to win right now. So we're not really stressed about how 5 years from now looks.
And if it makes you feel better, think, especially for the Orioles part of that, is just think of Slater, DeBrun. He's really just Brian Baker, because that's what we gave up for that pick.
Yeah, so, right.
Really. Right. It's just Brian Baker.
Right. Yep. I got you.
But that one's, trades are always interesting. And the Cubs, I'm happy for Cubs fans. They get another good pitcher. Who I'm not happy for is Max Kepler. He just got the rough news that he's being suspended for 80 games for some drugs.
Yeah.
PEDs.
And if I'm correct, it's like it's like what you use for horses.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
So it's a little weird. Obviously, it didn't work. Yeah. Because he, had 18 home runs, batted at 216. Here
it is. He tested positive for epitrenbolone.
Epitrenbolone. Yeah. No, not cool.
Yeah. He tested positive for it. I'm not sure when he tested positive. So if it was a thing that maybe it was something during the off season, he was just using it to try to get stronger or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, this is I just googled that, and it's the metabolite of the synthetic anabolic androgenic steroid trenbolone. It's a banned performance-enhancing substance in professional sports, obviously.
Oh, that's a lot of big words.
That was a lot of science.
I'm glad you read that.
Yeah. It's used to promote cattle growth.
That's what it is. Yeah, cattle growth.
Yeah.
So if he was a cow, he would have been all right.
He's the first player suspended by the MLB for this substance.
Wow. So
good for him.
Yeah.
He didn't have a great season last year for the Phillies, but he's had a couple good years there with the Twins.
Yeah, true.
So, he won't be starting off the year.
Nope.
He'll be staying home.
Yeah.
And he was a free agent, so that does kind of suck for him. But one thing I do want to look at is it is arbitration season, which is every player's worst time, because this is when a player just gets to hear from basically a judge how bad your team thinks you are and why they shouldn't pay you. And one of the great instances of this is Tarek Skubal. Now, Tarek Skubal, back-to-back Cy Young winner. I think he's pretty good. He's asking for $32 million, which would be the most ever paid in arbitration. Right. $1 million more than Juan Soto when he was with the Yankees. Which, in my opinion, I think Tarek Skubal's better than Juan Soto is.
Yeah.
So I think he deserves that. The Tigers do not. They want to pay him $19 million.
Well,
which is still, that's a lot of money for. Yeah, they're thinking that they should have traded him before this ever happened. So I'm really intrigued to see where this gap comes from and how they kind of concede it.
So is the Tigers at 19?
Tigers are at 19. Skubal's at 32. They're like
maybe 25, 26.
See, you say that Skubal, he's not going to want to go lower than 28 because you say Skubal's asking 32. Yeah. He probably knows he's not going to get the 32.
But if it goes to a case, a coordinator, he's going to decide.
And it's definitely going to have to. I'm intrigued to see where they place that. I think they're going to place it closer on Skubal's side because when else do you have a back-to-back Cy Young winner?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, he's the best pitcher on the planet, maybe except for Paul Skeens.
Yeah. I agree.
It's definitely interesting. And then if you look on the Orioles front of that, we actually agreed with almost all of our players, including Gunnar Henderson, who broke the record for the Orioles. It's the most money ever given for arbitration for someone's first year in ARB. He got $8.5 million. We actually got Taylor Ward is getting paid $12.175 million this year. But we didn't come to terms with Keegan Aiken and Kyle Bradish. And it's going to be interesting to see. The gap is not nearly $13 million.
Yeah.
It's more in the range of $500,000. So I think that they might be able to figure that out. But I know if I'm Kyle Bradish, I'm saying that when I'm healthy, I can win a Cy Young.
Right.
And the Orioles are saying, when you're
healthy. Right.
So
and Keegan Aiken, you're just going to put on the projector screen all the bombs.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, how about this one? Hey, you're going to come out of there. You're going to owe us money. Actually, no. That would have been Cano this past year.
Yeah. Well, Cano, he actually did not come out well in arbitration.
$1 million.
He's getting 1.6. This is the lowest of any Oriole. Tyler Wells got more money than him, and Tyler Wells hasn't played baseball in 2 years.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's not good for him, but
they're like, hey, you need to take this, or we release.
He's like, you know what? I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take the money.
Yeah, wow.
But it's definitely interesting. And now we're going to move on to some more Orioles-focused stuff.
Yeah.
Since it's New Year's, Cody wanted to really celebrate.
Yeah. So I came up with something that I really wanted to talk about today, and that is my New Year's resolutions that the Orioles organization or players as a whole are making. Not that I'm making. It's that they should be making. Okay? Yeah. All right. The first one that their resolution should be is I'm giving 3. The first one is to stay healthy. Because, my God, that was the worst part of 2025. I've never seen anything like it.
They need some of that cattle supplement stuff.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. Stay healthy. That's number 1. Number 2 is I think they should have 3 players hit 30 home runs. Okay, here's why I say that is I believe our top home run leaders was Jordan Westburg, Jackson Holliday, and Gunnar Henderson. They all hit 17 home runs. That was the max. All right, I think Gunner's capable of doing 30. I think Alonso's capable of doing 30. And if I'm this is a stretch. It's a stretch. But I'd love to see if Taylor Ward can do it. All right, Taylor Ward hit 32, I believe, last year. And I know that was the best career year for him. But, hey, you know what?
You say it's a stretch. He's hit over 25.
Okay, it's not a stretch. Let's do it.
He had 36 home runs last year, 25 the year before.
So, okay,
I think it's very possible. I mean, you could see Jordan Westburg easily do that in a healthy season.
Absolutely.
But Colton Cowser honestly could do that. Dylan Beavers could do that. We have a lot of potential.
You know who could easily do it? You know who could easily do it? Tyler O'Neill, that we all hate.
The problem is Tyler O'Neill could come out and hit 50 home runs if he stayed healthy.
That's what
I mean, he might strike out every other at bat.
Seriously though, you're right though. But it's possible. So the three players hit 30 home runs. It's 90 home runs within 3 players. Good math right now. I did that quick. All right, so that's my goal. That's their resolution, not mine. They've told me this. I called, had some discussion. Yeah. So anyway, all right. The last one I got, my third one, is this is the one that I believe we need for a playoff run. We need at least 2 starters to win 12 games. I really want that to happen. The only reason I want that to happen is that's telling me our starters are doing well enough to stay in games. That's literally the only reason. I want that's what I want. I want my 2 starters to win 12 games.
I would like to rephrase that a little bit.
Okay.
I agree with the concept and the idea of what you're going for.
I literally want the W. I know you
want the win doesn't matter. If Trevor Rogers throws 8 innings of doesn't give up a run, we don't score a run.
But we hit 3 home runs that game because we're hitting 30.
We hit 3 home runs in the 9th inning and then win. He doesn't get the win. That's still a good game.
Yeah,
maybe you could say we would have 2 starters that get 12 quality starts.
No.
20 quality starts. How about this? Could we get 4 pitchers that start 35 games?
Yeah. I mean, can we stay healthy throughout the year? Yeah. And that's another part where it's like, man, we're going to talk about this a little bit, but it's like, man, you look at the free agency, could we get could we somehow, before this season begins, could we get 2 starters and try to do a 6-man just to try to keep people healthy? I don't know if that's possible, obviously, with everything going on, but
I'm excited to see Zach Eflin just start every 3rd game. I say we fix the rotation so he gets extra starts.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think he is the signing that is the most underrated signing that.
Oh no, absolutely. I wasn't trying to make fun of the signing. I was just making fun of if he goes every fifth day, he may fall apart.
Yeah, yeah. But you're right though. I mean, Zach Eflin, his injury-filled season hurt his free agency this year.
Absolutely, which helps the Orioles
a lot,
saves us money
a lot. Yeah. So moving on. We have a little bit of some wish list, I guess, that we would say for the rest of the season. I guess
we should have done this before Christmas. This could have been what we asked
Santa for. Yeah, so we got some wish lists we want to get done here before the season begins. I kind of hit that a little bit right there, but let's try again. Can you give me your first one?
Yeah, so I'll give you my first one, and I definitely went more specific. You went more vague, but I think it's okay. I was looking at some of the available free agents, and this one kind of blew me out of the water that he's still available. Don't know why. Danny Coulombe's a free agent. Why is he not an Oriole?
Yeah.
I don't understand what's wrong with him and why they don't bring him back. Because do you know what his ERA was last year, Cody?
He killed it last year.
He had a 2.3 ERA. And granted, he went to Texas and didn't do great. In 12 innings, he had over a 5 ERA. But he had a 1.16 ERA in 31 innings in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I don't understand. He killed it with us for 2 seasons. Don't know why we didn't bring him back after that. We 100% should sign him. He would really sharp up. Honestly, you could sign him and tell me that's the only bullpen move we're making for the rest of the season. I'm like, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. Mine is, like I said, I'm much more vague. Mine is that we have to get a starter. So we have to get a starter because I do not feel comfortable with what we have currently. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah,
there's a few starters I really would love.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah. No, I'm in the same boat. I yet again went specific. I say we should sign Ranger Suarez. There's one top of the line starter that I want us to stay away from as far as possible. Framber Valdez.
Not me. I want Framber Valdez.
Absolutely not. I can get there's certain attitudes and personality stuff I can get around when you're intentionally throwing a 95 mile an hour fastball directly at your catcher when he's not expecting it with the intention that you're mad and you want to make him mad and maybe hurt him. That's awful. He's in anger management. Like I don't want him. The locker room is one of the things I feel like the Orioles for the past few years have really kind of solidified. They're all friends. I don't want Framber Valdez out there throwing the ball at Adley Rutschman's head. I mean, there's times that I want to throw the ball at Adley Rutschman's head. I don't throw as hard as him, though.
Yeah, right.
I think Ranger Suarez would be great, though. Ranger Suarez, I've loved him for many years. He was on my fantasy team for, like, a long time. And that was, like, when he wasn't, like, a stud like he is now. And I rode with him, and he's doing good.
Did you tell him that you rode with him, so he has to ride with us?
Yeah, he should take a pay cut to come to the Orioles.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, we're high up on both of them, and I hope we go Suarez over Valdez. We'll see. But it's almost like other than them two.
How do you feel about like both of the top pitchers being lefty? Since you're a lefty,
Yeah, it's really. I mean, I think that's why we've noticed this now. I actually just received a video of this the other day as proof that it's the lefties are on the rise, and even Cody's daughter's a lefty, maybe.
Yeah, it's a shame. We're praying about it right now, and I'm
just remember when she gets that golf scholarship.
Yeah, right. That's funny.
But I mean, the pitching free agency is really weird this year. It kind of really drops off after the first 3 names. You have obviously Dylan Cease already signed, and then you got Framber Valdez, Ranger Suarez. And then it goes into some okay guys: Chris Bassett, Nick Martinez, Zach Gallen. I would enjoy some of them, but
I wouldn't mind Zach Gallen.
Like even if we just sign Zach Gallen out of them, I think you need to sign one of these top guys.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't want us to go sign. Okay, we're bringing in Justin Verlander and calling it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, definitely don't want Nestor.
No, he doesn't need to have his Oriole reunion.
No. All right, moving on. So the next one is to get bullpen help because I do not think our bullpen is nowhere near good enough to enter a season, mainly because everybody's gone. So that's one of mine. There's not huge names out there, but I am in Elias we trust when it comes to bullpen. Because I don't know who the heck he pulls these guys out of.
I mean, we got to remember that there's going to be one guy that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been every year, basically.
Yeah.
From whether it's Cano or Brian Baker or anyone. Like, we'll find one guy. But the one good thing that I think of, that I'm trying to warp my viewpoint on this bullpen.
Okay.
Is that if you look at the Orioles' active roster right now, we have like 15 starting pitchers, it says. But realistically, you'll have like Bradish Rogers, Shane Baz, Zach Eflin, Dean Kramer. Those five are your starting pitchers right now. And then maybe you throw in a Tyler Wells or Kate Povich as your sixth man if we don't sign anyone.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Which I think we signed someone else. So that leaves at minimum,
You're good.
3 starting pitchers that aren't in the rotation.
Yeah.
I think Tyler Wells should be a reliever. Kate Povich, maybe it works out. Brandon Young, I think he could be a reliever too. You put them in the bullpen, and that kind of shores up your long relief, middle relief guys, and then mix that in with a Helsley, a Kittredge, Keegan Aiken, Yennier Cano, and then like a Rico Garcia, and then say you get a Danny Coulomb or a Jacob Junis.
Right.
And then I think your bullpen's not as bad as you think. Because if you look at our bullpen depth chart right now, it does look bad.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, I just when I listened to a lot of Orioles, just talk shows, and I get so tired of hearing about Dietrich Ennis, Enns or whatever it is, and it's not because I don't like him. It's just like, man, come on, what are you trying to be this year?
Yeah.
And we know you're going to need somebody from the 7th inning one at the middle.
Yeah. Now, the one thing that I really am hoping for too, and this is really looking forward to the season. I know we're talking about just getting someone, but if you do look at some of our prospects, we do have a couple interesting pitchers that are in AA and AAA that are going to get their shot maybe this year.
Yeah.
And I could see some of them being impact arms in the bullpen. Like the one that interests me is Jerron Watts-Brown. We got him in the Dominguez trade with the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
I think he could be an interesting one, end of the year bullpen arm. You always see teams doing that towards the playoffs. It's just stuff like that. You got to remember that's what Elias is looking at. So I think if we just got really just one bullpen arm is going to be helpful, but who knows?
Yeah, 917. So, no, I'm kidding. What's your third?
This is my third piece
thing on the wish list.
Now, this is a little bit less specific. I only have one name down, but I'm open to other names. It's just familiar. Ramon Arias. Now, let me explain. This is how this is wish list. This is how it's all going to go down. So if you were to go look at our depth chart, say, look at our third basemen. We have 3 third basemen right now. Westberg, Jeremiah Jackson, and Kobe Mayo. Westberg starting third base every day. Jeremiah Jackson, I think he should be on the roster as a backup. Kobe Mayo, I hope he gets traded before spring training. I think his time in Baltimore, there's nowhere for him to play with Pete Alonso on the team. Yeah. That's my only opinion on him. And then we would need another third baseman, utility guy. I think he fits well into the system. We've seen him before playing that bench role. Good defense, can play third base, can play some first base, could probably play shortstop or second if you needed him to in a crunch. And that's why I'm saying I'm not sold on just it being Arias. If you gave me another utility infielder, I even saw like Jorge Mateo. He can play some outfield. Just literally at last spot off the bench guy.
Yeah.
That I think that could be impactful just throughout a long season. I know, Cody, you want health, but we saw what happens. Someone's going to get hurt.
I mean, you're not wrong. I like Jeremiah Jackson a lot. I think he can play 7 out of the 9 positions.
I'm just scared if a Jackson goes down, you're in a pickle.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, I mean, that, but you're right.
Yeah. And that's what, next to that, I just have a trade because I think the only reason I say someone like that is because I have to imagine the way that our roster is, someone's got to get traded off of it.
And you know what, another thing, because I've been all about the whole trade thing also. When you look at like Ryan Mountcastle, I think you're going to get like a bucket of used baseballs for him at this current price. Well, but hold on.
Did you see what his arbitration price was?
No.
We went and gave him some money.
Oh yes, I did see that.
Well, it was over $6 million.
Yeah. But if he is our come off the bench bat, that is a really good come off the bench bat and really good defensive first base. Yeah. So if you can't get anything for him through the trade market, then keep him. Maybe he gets hot. Maybe you can trade him for a bullpen piece during the year.
I mean, all it takes is Basayo's struggling. You want to send him back down,
sure,
or he's hurt, or O'Neal's hurt, and you just need someone else to in that mix of the Alonso, Basayo, O'Neal, Beavers mix. Just someone else in there. We have a lot of lefties. We always know that he's a righty bat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just he's not going to play first base with Pete Alonso on the team. Pete Alonso plays every day.
Right. And then my third thing on the wish list for this offseason is for our Orioles players to stay healthy throughout the World Baseball Classic. I love the World Baseball Classic. It kind of makes the baseball season start a little earlier.
Yeah.
And you get to see some crazy. It's almost like March Madness in basketball, where you'll see the small school play against the big school. So, you'll see, the Netherlands play against Japan.
Yeah.
You'll see a guy that is a plumber during the day, like normal,
Czechia.
Yeah, going against Shohei. So, so this year we have Gunnar Henderson playing for Team USA. He's going to come off the bench, so don't get offended.
No, he's not. He's playing third base.
All right.
No one else.
You're right. No, you're right. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am. My bad.
I am.
Bad. You're right.
I'm glad you admitted it.
Yeah. For some reason, I got confused there. Anyway, Team Israel is Dean Kramer. Need him to stay healthy. The last thing we need is a pitcher to get hurt. Enrico Garcia is pitching for Team Puerto Rico. Last thing we need is for a relief pitcher to get hurt. Yeah. I am excited because Dean Kramer is historically known for coming and being terrible the first month of the season.
So get that out.
Get that out. Be just the worst pitcher you've ever seen for Team Israel. I'm sorry, Israel.
It's nothing against Israel.
It's literally not.
Literally
I promise.
Just so he's good for
it's so he's good. If anything, if he doesn't want to have a bad time, do amazing. Strike, throw no hitter for you.
Just keep that coming.
Yeah. So literally, Enrico, I hope
he can be bad during the play-in rounds and stuff like that.
Right. So
I'm sure there's going to be more players probably coming, just because you never know who's secretly British. Like there's going to be someone that's grandmother's British that they're going to go play.
Their great grandmother on their aunt's side
is at fault in the Revolutionary War just for the British.
Yeah.
But you never know.
Right.
Does Jordan Westbrook make an appearance? Who knows? Yeah. You never know.
Yeah. Our USA team though. I've never been so excited to see a team play because as a baseball fan, and I watch the World Baseball Classic every year, we've never had the pitching that we have this year.
Yeah.
And I am excited about that.
We almost won it.
Without any, Zach Gallen was our best pitcher.
With Zach Gallen
and Lance Lynn.
Lance Lynn.
That's there was one other old guy. Adam Wainwright. Yeah.
Those were our main starters.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they needed Ohtani to beat us. And Ohtani strikes Mike Trout out. Okay. So the last segment here we're going to get into is if you were president of the baseball, the commissioner of Major League Baseball, what would you change? All right. I'll continue the trend. I'll let you go first.
Okay. I'll preface this with saying that any of the stuff that's related to the CBA and the MLB Players Association I didn't hit on. Right. One, because I'm not smart enough to solve all that. Two, because that's not how the job works. Right. We got to remember, Manfred can only do so much at certain moments.
Right.
We both kind of hit on this, and I'll work mine into what you were going to say. I think we should fix broadcasting.
Absolutely.
Blackouts are ridiculous.
Done.
There's no way someone sitting in Iowa should not be able to watch a Cubs game. There's no way that I shouldn't be able to watch a Phillies, Nationals, or Orioles game.
Yeah, we're blacked out on all three of them.
It's ridiculous. Blacking out on one team is bad. Having three teams you can't watch, awful. And one of the issues that I see too is that currently, do you know how many teams the MLB controls their TV rights to? The Diamondbacks, Padres, Guardians, Rockies, Twins, Mariners, and Nationals are expected to be in the mix just because of the whole mass and stuff.
Right.
We don't know how that's all going to shake out. That's a lot of teams. Figure something out. And Main Street Sports Group was something they would broadcast games. They had 9 major league teams on their program. They would broadcast it through FanDuel Sports. That's the Braves, Reds, Tigers, Royals, Angels, Marlins, Brewers, Cardinals, and the Rays. All of them have terminated their deal, and they don't have a plan at the moment.
Wow.
It looks like a lot of those may be joining MLB stuff.
Right.
I don't understand why this is an issue. Figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know how to figure it out, but I'd find the people to figure it out.
Yeah. Yes, I completely agree. It's funny how you would think if you had a local team, you want all the local people to watch your games, to fall in love with that team, and then go to the game, correct? But
just think, though, when you don't let them watch it, the only way they can see you is by paying money.
But you just won't love the game, right? Because I, growing up, didn't hardly ever watch I didn't know many Phillies players other than baseball cards and stuff, because and where we live, you could watch the Orioles through, I forget what channel it is, and then there was no Nationals. So you could watch the Orioles on TV, but there was no Phillies.
That's how old he is.
There was
no Nationals.
Yeah, there was no. So I never went to a Phillies game, nor even worried about that, because I didn't even know. You didn't even know. I guess Triple Play Baseball 2000 Nintendo 64 is how I knew who the players were on the team, and that's not good. So that needs to be fixed. The other thing, not to dive too deep in here, so listen up, guys. Is I was talking to a guy that's very, very, very high up in the TV world, and actually deals with bargaining agreements for television rights. And he said that the fear right now is I don't want to say which TV channel it is, so we gotta make sure. All right, so the fear right now is that the NFL is getting ready to renegotiate their TV deals. Okay, this is going to happen at the end of this year. Okay, the problem with that is at the end of this year. The problem with that is if Major League Baseball goes on a strike and TV deals are terminated, or there's a lack of negotiating time, there's going to be nothing left. Oh, and there's also a renegotiating for the NBA. So you have NFL, NBA, and if MLB can't figure something out and they're not ready to get deals done when there's a lockout, he says there's a huge fear for Major League Baseball and what could happen with TV deals. And the problem, you say, well, who gives a crap? That's where your money is as a franchise. You don't make your money through tickets. You make your money through TV, and that's why like the Dodgers are so good are so wealthy. It's because they have the best TV deal in Major League Baseball, and probably one of the best in all sports, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm the exact same way. The no blackouts. I would also love instead of me buying every year, I buy the MLB package where I can watch all the games except for Orioles, Nationals, and Phillies, but I can watch all the other games. I would also love if I could just buy Orioles. Like if you could just buy your favorite team and just be able to watch them play every day. I think that would be awesome. So, if you say it's $120 a year to watch everybody, well, I'll pay $80 to just watch my team.
Yeah. I mean, you have now with like the mass and streaming stuff, you can do that for the Orioles, which it's good for us, but that's not an option for 90% of MLB fans.
And massive. Yeah. Plus, it's terrible. No, I'm kidding. All right, so what's your second one?
So my second one, it kind of goes in with my third one, but we'll start here. I don't like the ghost runner in extra innings. I think we just scrap it. Go back to regular extra innings. Yeah. It feels little league.
I agree. I
understand the point of it, speeding up games. I dislike it. I don't know. It feels right when I'm playing MLB The Show. I'm like, okay, I get the runner on second. Sure, yeah. But not when you're watching the game. I don't know.
Okay. I have almost the same type of answer. I will keep the ghost runner for the first 2 innings, and then it becomes home run derby after, like they did in the All-Star game. The only reason I even stayed up for the All-Star game was when I found out that if they went into extra innings, they were going to do a home run derby against each other. That's the only reason. So here's the argument, because you're going to say how stupid that idea is. It didn't happen this year, but last year we went to a Washington Capitals game. That's our favorite hockey team. And what happens in overtime? You're not 5-on-5 anymore.
You're 3-on-3.
You're 3-on-3, right? So you're 3-on-3, and then what happens after that if nothing happens? Shootout, right? It's literally the exact same thing. But if you do this, everybody, I don't have this on there. If you do this type of thing, then you have to go to a points standings, because you shouldn't get the same. I don't even think you should get the same value of a win when you win with a guy that's on second that you didn't even put on second.
See, I completely disagree with the points system thing. I think the NHL's point system is awful. If you look actually currently at NHL standings, there's in the West, there's a team that's in first place, and there's someone that's in like 6th, 7th, 8th place, something like that. and they have the same amount of wins.
I know.
I dislike point systems. I agree though with what you want to change because I have something very similar. It's slightly tweaked.
Okay.
I think I took more from the NFL's standpoint.
Okay. If
you look at NFL games, they have overtime. It's 10 minutes. It's almost the length of a regular quarter. Everything's the same, basically.
You're right.
And it's just so I go after 9 innings. You do the 10th, 11th, 12th inning. After the 12th inning, if nothing's happened, because I feel like in a lot of games that go to extra innings, it does tend to see 10th, 11th, 12th inning is when a lot of the stuff happens. And if it goes past that, you're going to like the 17th inning. You don't see many 13, 14 inning games. It's like
you're right.
10, 11, 12, or like 18. So after the 12th is when you do this thing like the All-Star game, a swing off, home run derby, whatever you will call it. But I have 2 ideas for it. Either you have coach come out and pitch, basically, home run derby style, or you do really hockey style. Where hockey, it's one player versus the goalie. Send out whatever pitcher you want on the mound to pitch.
Okay.
I don't know how you make it work, whatever the point system is. I just think it'd be, could you imagine it's game 162, the Tigers and the Razors playing or something like that. Tarek Skubal just threw 8 innings yesterday, but he's coming in the 13th inning to come shut down.
So couldn't he just like bunt it?
Well, no, because you still have to like hit home runs or something like that. I don't know. Like you can't do bunts because you couldn't bunt in the All-Star game, could you?
And I don't. Because it's a home run derby.
No, I know. I just think I think it'd be interesting to figure out a way to make it work that it's not someone from your team like just lobbing it.
Yeah,
because that takes away the competitive aspect of it. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
It's yet again, I'm not the commissioner.
Yeah,
so like, I don't think too deeply about it.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah, it's just some fun things to think about. Please let us know in the comments. Or you can email us or whatever you want and let us know if you have any good ideas for if you were commissioner of the Major League Baseball and what change you would make. Obviously,
speaking of which, though, is Manfred. He just said after 2029, when his contract's up, he's done. So
there you go.
There you go. You can just take that job.
Get on there. Right. Obviously, we didn't dive deep into the financial aspects or any of that kind of stuff. So
that's boring.
But that's also why we're not commissioner for the day, because we would definitely do this first.
Oh, 100%.
And they'd be like, so what are you going to do financially? I'm like,
that's when you pass that on to someone else. I got assistance.
My job.
Hey, yet again, we'll talk plenty about financial stuff in a year.
Yeah.
When we're actually worried about they're not being based.
Yeah. So make sure you watch our shows this year because we're probably going to be a lot later next year. So
if at all,
right. So here on the Banter, we have some fun things coming up in 2026. Obviously, me and Elijah are going to be running this as much as we can. We also have Brandon and we have Brad who's on here some. So got some fun things coming up. Hopefully, we get some fun guests on the pod this year, just like we did last year. We had a great time last year with that. Hopefully, we can improve the best we can.
And maybe be talking about Orioles games in like late October.
I hope so. I hope this is an extremely long Orioles podcast season.
Yeah.
Right? So be sure, if you would, please give us a 5-star review on your whatever you're listening to this on. So if you're on YouTube, we'd love you like and subscribe to us. And then if you're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please give us a 5-star review, as that really helps us make it through the ranks. This is our 3rd year, guys. This is crazy, and super excited for this. And let's see how we do. All right, guys, have a great rest of your week, and we can't wait to see you next time. See you guys.
See ya.